So we have an MCQ, let's check it out. Dash is present at the N terminal of A chain of insulin. Now insulin is made up of two chains, A and B. These two are covalently linked by disulfide bonds. Now A chain has 21 amino acids and B chain has 30 amino acid residues. Now each of these chains have got two terminals. They have an N terminal and an A terminal and a C terminal. Now the A chain has a glycine at its N terminal and a asparagine at the C terminal. The B chain has a phenylalanine at this N terminal and an alanine at the C terminal. Now the question says dash is present at the N terminal of the A chain. So B is out. Now N terminal of the A chain has a glycine. So the answer would be glycine, B. Let's see the second MCQ. Non-functional insulin with 58 extra amino acid is, options are A. Insulin, B. Pre-proinsulin, C. Proinsulin, or D. Pre-insulin. Now option A is out. It does not stand a chance for this one. Now when a freshly prepared insulin comes around, it has around 58 extra amino acid and that one is called pre-insulin, which undergoes different processes. The first one involves a loss of about 23 amino acid and it becomes the proinsulin. So option C is also out. So the answer would be B, that is pre-proinsulin. Basically this is the insulin which is freshly just prepared with 58 extra amino acids. Moving on, vaccine is options are A. Collection of antibiotics, B. Life-saving drugs, C. Killed bacteria and viruses, or D. Collection of lysines. Now vaccine is basically an antigenic preparation made by killing and hitting so that weak forms of bacteria and viruses can be attained and they are going to be injected into the body. They are really very weak so that the body would recognize it and an immune response would be generated and it would be stored as a memory, as in when the real infection attacks the body. So vaccine would be killed bacteria and viruses, that is C. Moving on to the next MCQ. Which of the following virus is used in vaccine production of rabies? Options are papilloma virus, option B vaccinia virus, C cowpox virus, or D herpes virus. Now the glycoprotein of rabies virus is inserted into the DNA of vaccinia virus. The glycoprotein of rabies virus is going to be inserted into vaccinia virus, its DNA. So basically, vaccinia virus would act as a vector. So it transports specific segments of rabies virus into the vaccinated individual. Now this would in turn stimulate the production of specific immune response when the virus would attack in natural, because the antibodies are going to be made, right? So the answer would be B, that is vaccinia virus. Let's see the next one. Gene therapy is, our options are study of extra nuclear genes, replacement of faulty genes by normal, healthy and functioning genes, or C, cosmetic surgery, D, all of the above. Gene therapy is basically replacing the faulty genes by inserting healthy genes into the individual or the embryo suffering from a particular disease so that the body could function normally. So the answer would be B, that is replacement of faulty genes by normal and healthy functioning genes. So let's see the next MCQ. TGF beta is used for, options are to treat dwarfism, B, heal wounds and burns, C, treat cystic fibrosis, or D, treat diabetes. Now option D is out because diabetes is going to be treated with insulin. That would be and cystic fibrosis is going to be treated with DNS. Dwarfism would be with growth hormones, and healing of wounds and burns would be with TGF, that is nothing but tissue growth factor. It basically helps promote the growth of blood vessels, which is efficient for wound healing and burns. So the answer would be B. Moving on, an example of gene therapy is, options are A, production of injectables for hepatitis B, Hep B, B, production of vaccines in food crops like potatoes which can be eaten, C, introduction of genes for adenosine deaminase in a person suffering from SCID, or D, production of test tube babies by artificial insemination and implantation of fertilized eggs. Gene therapy is basically used to treat genetic disorders like sickle cell anemia or SERF combined immunodeficiency, that is basically SCID. Now, in these cases, basically the person suffering from this disease, that is SERF combined immunodeficiency, their WBCs are going to be cultured and they're going to be engineered and injected back so that they can carry normal adenosine deaminase, which is an enzyme. So according to the options, we would go with C, that is introduction of a gene for adenosine deaminase in a person suffering from SCID, SERF combined immunodeficiency. That is C. Moving on, which of the following is incorrect about genetically modified plants? Options are: they have improved nutritional quality, B, they are drought and salt resistant, C, they cause loss of fertility of soil, or D, they reduce past harvest losses. Now the question says, which of the following is incorrect? Now option A, that is, they have improved nutritional quality, that is correct. They are drought and salt resistant, that's correct as well. Option C, that is, they cause loss of fertility of soil, that is wrong, because through genetically modified crops, that is GM plants, now through these plants the efficiency to take in the minerals has increased, so that the lost fertility could be regained. So option C would be our answer, that is the incorrect one. So the answer would be C. Option D, that is, they reduce past harvest losses, that's also right. So the answer would be C, that is, they cause loss of fertility of soil. They are basically used to improve this. Moving on, crown gall disease in plants is caused by, options are TI plasmid, PI plasmid, bacteria or virus. Now the disease, that is crown gall, it occurs in a plasmid, that is TI plasmid. This was a theory question. The answer would be A. Now TI plasmid is also called tumor inducing plasmid, just so that you know. Moving on, cross protection is a phenomena in which options are A, a plant injected with one strain of virus resistant infection by second related viral strain. Option B, a plant injected with one strain of bacterial resistant infection by second related bacterial strain. Option C, a plant infected with one strain of fungal resistant infection with a second related fungal strain, or D, all of the above. Now this is a theory question. Basically cross protection is effective against many viral infections, so the option would be A. Moving on, which of the following is false for Bt transgenic plants? Options are A, disease resistant, B, prepared by Bacillus thuringiensis, C, it is a recombinant type, D, no such plant is known. Now option D is funny because, and it does not stand a chance for this question. Now basically Bt transgenic plants, we take an example, say for example Bt cotton. Now this is basically prepared as a genetically modified plant which is prepared by a recombinant DNA, and the option says that's option C, that is it's a recombinant type, and the question is asked which of the following is false. So since Bt cotton is produced by recombinant technology by using specific genes and introducing it with other specific foreign genes, so the answer would be C, that is it is a recombinant type. It is not basically, and here the option says it is, so the answer would be C, because the question was which of the following is false. Moving on, the inactive protoxin is activated in the gut of the insect by options are acidic pH, alkaline pH, low temperature or high temperature. Now there is a cry gene of Bacillus which produces a Bt protein so there is this gene in Bacillus thuringiensis which will produce a protein which will stay inactive in the stomach, but the moment it enters the alimentary canal, which is basically having an alkaline pH, this protoxin, which is an inactive form, gets converted into a toxin. So the protoxin gets converted into a toxin form, the toxic form, that is toxin, the moment it enters the alimentary canal, and the alimentary canal has a pH which is alkaline. Now, the moment it gets converted into this, it causes the death of that individual. So the answer would be C, that is alkaline pH. Moving on, which agriculturally important bacterial gene is isolated from rhizobium? Options are A, R gene, B, F gene, C, NIF gene, or D, tDNA. Now, in rhizobium, there is this gene which is NIF gene, NIF gene. Now, this gene is basically important for nitrogen fixation. So, this gene is taken out from that plant, rhizobium, and introduced into other plants to obtain better varieties. So, the answer would be C, because SNF gene is present in rhizobium, which is a nitrogen fixing gene, and it is being isolated, that is, it is being withdrawn from rhizobium. Answer is C. Moving on, golden rice is promising transgenic crop. When released for cultivation, it will help in, options are producing a petrol like fuel from rice. This one is funny. Pest resistant, herbicide resistance, or option B, alleviation of vitamin A deficiency. Now, golden rice has got high amounts of vitamin A. It has high amount of vitamin A. Now, this is basically developed because there is this beta carotene synthesizing gene. Golden rice is basically a transgenic rice with high vitamin A content, which is being developed by transferring the beta carotene synthesizing gene into the transgenic rice. Now, basically, beta carotene is the precursor for vitamin A. So, the answer would be B, that is alleviation of vitamin A deficiency. Moving on, The process of interference has been used in the development of plant resistant to A. nematodes, B. fungi, C. viruses, D. insects. Now, these nematodes, they have infected a lot of tomatoes, the roots of tomatoes. So, there was a strategy being implemented of using RNA inference in order to prevent this from those nematodes. So basically the question says which of these have been used to develop plants resistant to. So the answer would be A, that is nematodes. The process of RNA interference, that is RNAi inference, is being used to develop plants that are resistant to nematodes. Moving on, giant mouse is produced by options are A. gene manipulation, B. gene cloning, C. gene mutation, or D. gene duplication. Now, in mouse there is a gene called gene metallothionein. Now this gene basically helps promote the secretion of growth hormone. Now using recombinant DNA technology, for the first time this gene was being inserted into the mouse, which resulted into excess of growth hormone, resulted into superprogenies, and since then the parent and the resulting progenies were called super mouse and super parents, or also known as giant mouse. So using this technology, this gene metallothionein was being used to manipulate the normal gene expression. So the answer would be A, that is gene manipulation. Moving on, transgenic fish was developed by introducing H-alpha-1 gene, B. BLG gene, C. cyst-E, or D. HGH. Now, the transgenic fish with HGH was found to be twice the length of those non-transgenic fishes. So the question says transgenic fish was developed by introducing HGH would be the answer, that is D. This was a theory question. Moving on, biopiracy is related to which of the following? Yeah, we wrote piracy here also. That is, options are A. bioresearch, B. traditional knowledge, C. biomolecules and genes, or D. all of the above. Now option A, that is bioresearch, is right. B. traditional knowledge, or C. biomolecules and genes, they are all right. So the answer would be D, that is all of the above. Moving on, which of the following Indian products were prey to biopiracy? Option A, basmati rice. Option B, turmeric rice. Turmeric. C, neem. D, all of the above. Now option A, that is basmati rice. Option B, that is turmeric, and option C, neem, they are all right. So the answer would be D, that is all of the above. Now just so that you know, the basmati rice grown in India were taken by some scientists to Texas and grown there, and they kept growing it there and got the name changed to Taxmati and got it bio patent for that one and kept using to increase their country's revenue. However, we've been fighting for that in court, and we have already won the case for basmati rice, which they called taxmati, just so that you know. However, the answer for this one is D, that is all of the above. Moving on, find the odd man. Options are Cry 2AB is for cotton ball worms. Option B, Cry 1AC is for Colorado potato beetles. Option C, Cry 1AB is for corn barrel. Or option D, Cry 3 capital B small b is for corn root worms. Now the answer for this would be B, that is Cry 1AC, Colorado potato beetles, because Cry 1AC is basically for cotton bollworms. However, Colorado potato beetles is by Cry 3AB. So the answer would be B. Moving on, in India, research in genetic modification of organisms and safety issues are controlled by options are DBT, option B IARI, option C CSIR, or option D GEAC. The answer would be D, that is GEAC. The full form for GEAC is Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. The answer is D, that is GEAC, Genetically Engineered Approval Committee. Moving on, Bt toxin produced by bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis do not kill the bacterium itself because options are bacteria are resistant to the strain, option B toxin is immature, C toxin is inactive, option D bacteria encloses toxin in a special sac. Now, the toxin or the protoxin is basically the inactive form which once when the insect takes it gets converted into an active form at an alkaline pH and causes the insect to die. So the answer would be, that is, the toxin is inactive. It's inactive here, it gets active here when the insect swallows it, and that too in the alimentary canal where the pH would be alkaline. So the answer would be C, that is toxin is inactive. Moving on, DNA segment cleaved by E. coli RI is, these are the options. This is a theory question. It is going to be cleaved like this. So the answer would be B. Let's see the next MCQ. Which is not true about restriction endonuclease? Options are it cuts the DNA at specific points, B are used as a tool for gene cloning, C while naming, the first name is of the scientist who discovered it, or D. Most sites are palindromes. Now, if you pay close attention to the option C, which says, while naming, the first word is the name of the scientist who discovered it. This one is the wrong one. This could be understood with the help of an example. Say for example, hint 3. Now, while naming these new endonucleases, restriction endonucleases, there are a set of rules which are being followed while the nomenclature. That is, the first letter indicates the species, the second and the third letter would include the species, D is the strain, and third, that's the Roman letter, that would include the order of discovery. Because this is the third restriction endonuclease to be discovered, it's the Roman letter, that's the third one. So, option A, option B and option D, they are all right. Option C is wrong because it says the first name, the first word, that is the name of the scientist, but actually the first word is basically the genus. So the answer would be C. Let's see the next MCQ. Which of the following enzyme is used to join the bits of DNA? Options are A. DNA polymerase, B. DNA ligase, C. Endonuclease, or D. Helicase. Now this is a theory question. The answer would be B. DNA ligase. DNA ligase basically forms phosphodiester bonds joining the bits of DNA. So let's see this MCQ. Which of the following is used to strain DNA in electrophoresis technique? Following are the options: A. Agarose, B. ETDA, C. Ethidium bromide, D. Sodium chloride. The separated DNA strands can only be viewed after straining it with ethidium bromide. That is, once we strain it with ethidium bromide and give a suitable exposure to UV light, we are going to obtain orange spots or orange bands. So the answer would be ethidium bromide, that is C. Let's see the next MCQ. PCR is the most useful in options are A. DNA synthesis, B. DNA amplification, C. Protein synthesis, D. Amino acid synthesis. Now, with the help of PCR, we can amplify a specific segment of DNA without using principles based on gene cloning, which is a time consuming and a very tedious process. So the option would be B, that is DNA amplification. Moving on to the next MCQ, many copies of DNA molecules in a test tube are produced by. Options are A. PCR, B. MCR, C. ECR, D. All of the above. Now, option D does not stand a chance for this one. Option A, however, that is polymerase chain reaction, is the correct answer because PCR is going to be a technique wherein multiple genes are being amplified and more copies of DNA molecules with the known sequences can be obtained. So the answer would be A, PCR. Moving on, the source of Taq polymerase used in PCR is A. Thermophilic fungus, B. Mesophilic fungus, C. Thermophilic bacteria, or D. Holophilic bacteria. Now, the source of Taq polymerase used in PCR is basically obtained from thermophilic bacteria. And the name is basically Thermus aquaticus. That's the name. Thermus aquaticus.